Hey guys, I told you guys I was going to do some new nails today, so here we are. I'm going to be doing Haven Gray with the new scent of rain. Don't pay attention to the bottom, my 2-year-old ripped it off. Oops. So I've already gotten out the nails that I'm going to use for myself, but I'm going to start from the kind of the beginning of when you guys open up your pack, what you'll get in there. So this guy is an example. I've already taken out a few of my accent nails I'm going to use, but if you were to just get your box and you open it, you'll open it and you're going to get all of your dashes, your glue, your cuticle pusher, and then your little nail file buffer guy, which is right here. The black side's going to be your file, and then the pink side's going to be your buffer. So my favorite thing to start with is the buffing and filing. You want to have all of your nails nice and smoothed out for putting on your new dashes. So you're going to clean your nails, wash your hands, clean your nails, make sure you have no polish on, and then I personally like to use the black side to start the buffing because it really roughs up your nail beds just enough that the glue is going to really stick good, because if there's not enough roughness for them to stick to, the glue's probably not going to adhere that good to just a smooth slicky nail. So we want to go in and file and just kind of buff them out a little bit. This is what you'll start with, and then we'll move on to cuticle pushing. But they're really easy to use. I'm so in love with these nails. So it typically will take about 10 minutes to put them on, but it is a little bit time consuming at first just to get all your nails out of your pack and find your sizes, and then you'll get your cuticle pusher and your buffer. You'll go through and kind of buff, like we said, rough up those nail beds just a little bit so the glue sticks really good. But I also love to use the black side when I take my dashes off. You'll soak them in water and then easily remove your dashes by lifting them just a little bit from the edges, and they come off super good. And then if there is just a tiny bit of leftover glue, you can definitely use the black side of your file and get that off. That's what I do, at least. So I just kind of keep my natural nails nice and short so that they're not too long when I put my dashes on, because honestly, every time I wear a set for 2 weeks, my natural nails grow so good while I have my dashes on. So it's really nice because when you take your dashes off, you remove them the correct way, your natural nails look so good and long. You can just kind of like shape them up and rock those for a few days if you want to, if you're not ready to put new nails on. So it helps me because, not gonna lie, I used to be a little bit of a nail biter. So it really helps me not to mess with my natural nails at all, because I love my nail dashes when they're on because my nails look banging. Okay, I think my left hand is good. You can kind of see where I've, sorry, bad lighting, just roughed them up just a little bit. Same with this hand. We'll go over and buff. I am doing 2 sets today, 2 different colors. Big fan of using a separate set as an accent nail because you can make such pretty mix-up manis with that. But every now and then I do a solid color because we love that. But all of them are so pretty, either alone or mixed together. And this particular one that I'm using, Scent of Rain, is like a holographic, and it is so pretty. I could almost do it on my whole hand, but I really like this neutral Haven Gray. It is just, I love it. Gray is probably my favorite color, seriously. And it's just such a good neutral. But I'm gonna add a little pop of sparkle with my holographic guys going on there. I love to do my middle and ring finger as an accent nail just because it adds a little extra than just doing one nail on your ring finger. But you can do every other, you can do whatever you want, totally customizable. So go around the edges really good so they're nice and smooth down around your skin. Let's see. Okay. That part's a little bit time consuming, just getting your nails prepped. But really once you get your nail beds prepped, you're good to go. And then I use clearly the little flat side of the cuticle pusher. There's a pointy side too that I don't use too often. You can use it sometimes if I get like a tiny bit of extra glue on my skin, I'll take the pointy side, and that really helps get it off without getting any glue on your nail dash. But yes, I go all the way around my whole nail bed and push back really good so that you have plenty of room to put your dash, and it looks just seamless when you push your cuticles back really good, which is lovely. So I'm just pushing them back really good. Once you're done with this, you can either get your nails out then, or you can set your nails out from the beginning. I like to set mine out from the start and go down the line from pinky to thumb, and I'll set them out on the table in the order that I'm going to put them on, just because it's actually the easiest to start from your pinky and work your way into your thumb, because you can use your thumb and your index finger the whole time as working fingers, and that's really easy to have those available to use the whole time you're applying your nails, because at first it's definitely a learning curve. I will not lie. The first time I did mine, I was like, what am I doing? But it's easy to start from the thumb and then work your way in, so you can use your thumb and your pointers last. But as you can see, I have laid out from pinky all the way to thumb, pinky all the way to thumb. So that makes it easier for me to just see them right in front of me and go down the line. Another thing that's really good is in each box you'll get at least 24 to 30 dashes. Most of the newer ones have, I think, 30 sizes now, which is really good because obviously you only have 10 fingers, but if you take care of your set that you have on really good, they're completely reusable. So I always am gentle on mine as much as I can be with removing them. That way when I take them off, I just clean them up and let them dry from soaking in the water, and you can totally reuse them again, which is so great. Because sometimes we have like limited sets that come out and they go away really quickly, and then you're really sad because you're missing that color that you love so much. So that's what I love, that they're reusable, because if you really love a set, as long as you take good care of them while you have them on, you're good to go. You can use them again. And I am not gonna lie, I am rough on mine. I clearly have a 2-year-old toddler. We're always doing something, and then I work at a veterinary clinic, so my hands are always in something, in some kind of water. I promise you guys, perfection. Like literally, they stay on just phenomenally, and they really do good when I put a big amount of glue. So if you're gonna follow the box instructions, they're gonna say just to put like a little dot on your nail and then a little dot on the dash. That's not me. I like to put a big dot on each nail, and then I don't put any on the back of the nail dash. I just put it straight on my nail, and I'm gonna use the tip of the pen, which you'll see in just a second, to kind of paint it around, and then that's when I press my nail dash on. But really 2 big dots of glue and then paint it around works the best for me, and I wear mine for literally 2 weeks and I don't have any issues with pop-offs. But the good thing is, if you were to have a pop-off for some reason, just keep your glue with you. You're going to put a little dot back on, and then you can pop your nail right back on. And that's another good thing about all the extras that come in the box. If for some odd reason you lose a nail, you 9 times out of 10 have another one that will fit you just as good, and you can put it on too if you lose one. But let's get started with actually gluing them on. So when you get your glue out, it's gonna have a little twisty arrow that tells you to twist, and that's gonna pop it open on the inside. There's a little tab that blocks the little tip. So I just twist that off and you're good. Sometimes if it doesn't come off, you can also use the little pointy end of your stick and push that into there and it'll open it for you. It's not hard at all. So now with the glue, I'll show you guys. I'm going to put a big dot and then kind of another good medium dot towards the tip of my nail, and then I'm going to paint it all around. So you can kind of see big dot, and then literally just use the tip without squeezing so no more glue is coming out. I'm just using it to move it all around my nail, all the way near the cuticle, all the way to the tip. Just cover your whole natural nail. Then I let it get a little bit tacky for a second. That seems to help me keep my nails on, and the glue will just adhere really good to the nail dash when it's a little bit tacky. So I just kind of like gently let mine dry for a second, and then you can start applying. The dashes are numbered on the inside, so what's really good is you'll go through and you can look on the inside with the little tip that goes out towards your end of your nail. There's a number, which I don't think you're gonna be able to see on my not great camera, but anyway, you'll get your numbers that fit your nails. So when you go through, you'll have all your nails out and you'll size them on the table. You're gonna pick it up, and then you can hold them. You can literally act like you're putting them on and see which one fits you the best, and then you'll set your sizes out, and that's when I get all my sizes that I'm going to use and put them pinky to thumb on the table. But right now I just slid my little dash on, and they are just such a good fit that when you put it to your cuticle, it's gonna almost just like snap right on. It'll make sense when you get them in hand, but you can almost just feel it like click right into place because they just fit so good. It makes it so easy to know that you have the right fit. So I put mine on all the way back to the cuticle, and then I'm going to press and hold for about 20 seconds at least, and then I'm kind of just rocking back and forth with this because it helps get it really sticking down on the sides and everywhere all around it. So that's probably good for that guy. Another pro tip, make sure you put your dash on straight. So when you're getting ready to pick up that next nail with the glue, I like to put it on like a 45-degree angle kind of, and then it's gonna just lay right down and fit on there perfectly. That's when you have your chance to kind of look straight on at it, because once that nail hits that glue, it's on there. I mean, you can take it off, but it's not as easy when it's nice and glued down. So you want to make sure you're putting them on straight right when you're getting ready to press the dash down onto the glue. Another big dot, and then move all around. And this I did not start doing until probably my second set of dashes. I was following the box instructions, which may work great for some people, but honestly, I just don't think it was enough glue for me for as long as I use mine and all of the activities that I do with my nails on, because now with putting the 2 big dots of glue and then pressing down, that really helps. And I don't have any issues with pop-offs anymore. The very first set, I had a couple pop-offs and I was getting really discouraged, which is totally normal when you're a newbie to this because I've been there. So don't get discouraged. Let me know if you need help with anything. If you're local to me, I will happily come help you put them on. But anyway, definitely don't worry if you have a pop-off right at the beginning, because it is a little bit of a learning curve when you just have to find out how much glue works for you. But I think a good rule of thumb is the 2 big dots of glue, and then just use the tip of your glue to paint it on your nail. Move it all around. Okay, moving right along with the holographic that look so pretty. I've been really into the holographic stuff just because I love things that change colors, and every time you move, these are going to change colors with the lighting. you don't have to wait very long in between putting your glue on and then putting your dash on. I just like to let mine have a second to get a little bit sticky. And then when you are pushing down on them, try to use the middle of your nail and not pushing down at the cuticle. That has actually made, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of, if I have a lighter color nail dash I'm going to put on, you don't want to push it really hard and put too much pressure right at the base of the cuticle on the nail dash, because it can put little indentions in it, because with these nails, they are so thin at the end of the cuticle on the back of the dash, just because that's how they fit so good. They're just such a tapered fit to your cuticle. You don't want to push too hard because they're a thin material back there, which is really good because it makes them just so lightweight and fit you so well. And also, that's the area right at the base of your cuticle that your new nail, your natural nail, is growing, so you don't want to push it down too hard and mess up any nail growth. So just definitely, I just like to do kind of in the middle and then rock back and forth like I was saying. And this is actually applying the nails dashes. It's probably the quickest part of the whole process. I think the most time consuming is getting your nails out, going through the sizes, finding which ones that you need to fit you the best. The good thing is you can definitely write down your sizes on each nail, and then you know for next time, and then you can just go right through your pack and find your size that you need. So that's really awesome. And then obviously the buffing, filing down takes a little bit of time, and then pushing your cuticles back just takes a few minutes, but it's not hard at all. And really it's the prep work that takes all the time, but that's really the seal on the deal that keeps these guys on there the best, is the prep that you put onto your natural nail first. And it's really easy, you just have to get used to the little process. Okay, these are really cute. And y'all, I'm not gonna be a liar. I take my glue everywhere with me. I always have it in my bag. I always have it in my diaper bag, just in case. I mean, it happens. It might happen occasionally. If you hit your nail really hard on something, there's a little chance that you might knock it off. I mean, it's happened to me before, but I don't want y'all to think that it's gonna happen all the time, because it's not. They really stay on so well with the amount of glue that you use, and you'll find what works for you. They're gonna stay on really good, and you shouldn't have any issues with it. But if you do, you always want your glue on hand so you don't have to walk around looking silly for a little bit. Because I know how that feels. Once you have a good set on that you love, you don't want one to come off and then you feel crazy until you get your nail put back on. But yeah, so here's my left hand. I'm gonna probably file mine down just a little bit, because these are the short and square, but I actually like mine just a little bit shorter. So you can take your nail clippers or you can file and then just kind of shorten them just a little bit. But typically I don't even have to use my clippers. I just file them down to a little bit more of a short, rounded, kind of square round, if that makes sense. That's my favorite shape. So I just picked up the nails today that came out, and they're medium round. That really pretty lavender with the holographic that came out. Again, I'm stuck on holographics. I picked that one up today, and it's a medium round now, which I'm not really used to, but I'm definitely going to branch out and try it. And if I don't love the length, then I'm just going to cut them down and file them to my desired shape, which is the best thing about these nails. Is if you see a shape that you don't really love, but you love that color, you can totally cut it down to your favorite shape and size. So that's awesome. My little one is still sleeping for a nap, so I'm using my nap time to put my nails on. That's what you gotta do when you're a mom. Okay. Big dot, paint all around. And y'all, it's not gonna take you this long to do it. It's just with me talking and really doing a full breakdown of everything, it's gonna take me time to get through the video versus if you were just whizzing right through this at home. But I just wanted to show y'all everything from start to finish. So don't worry, it literally, once you get used to the process, if you're new to the nails, literally less than 10 minutes you'll have them on, which is so good, because I can tell you from personal experience, last year before I started doing these, I was in the nail salon every 2.5 weeks, getting that dip polish or the dip powder and the gel polish done, and it was getting really out of hand expensive. So once I took a break from the nail salon, that's when I actually gave these nail dashes a try, because I was one of those that was like, press-on nails, I would never. But a really pretty color came out and I kept seeing it on Facebook, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So I texted a friend that was selling them, and I sure enough went and got them, and I loved them. Oops. What have I got going on over here? Oh, it had two stuck together. Oops. Okay. I'm a size 9. That is not it. I got glue on there. Yes. Got it. Anyway, sorry. Once I gave the dashes a try, I have yet to be back to the nail salon. They are such a time saver. It is just night and day difference between going and sitting at a nail salon for over an hour and then spending X amount of money on that stuff, when you can pick up these for literally under, most of the time, $15. I mean, most of them are $13 to $15. Some of the new ones that come with the bling bling on them are a little bit more expensive just because they have so much more the little diamonds on them and stuff. But still, I have picked up sets of nail dashes that added up not even close to the price I was spending on one time at the nail salon. So it's definitely just a blessing to get to do my nails at home and love them as just as much as going to the nail salon. And I'm not wasting all my time there and having to find someone to watch my kiddo if Trey isn't here, because it's real time consuming to go sit at the nail salon. I think we all know that. So I love getting to do this at home, and once you master it, no joke, you're doing it in 10 minutes. Okay, let me not put it on crooked. Yeah, it's gonna get easier and easier every time if you're new to it, and then once you start going, you're just like, you can't stop. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be like me. You're gonna want all the colors as soon as they come out, which is totally fine. I have a whole collection, and I'm just adding more and more to it every day because they're literally the best thing ever. And I'm not just saying that because, yeah, I'm new to joining the team, but before I joined the team, I was constantly telling people about these nails, because when they would see them, they're like, oh my gosh, your nails look good. And I'm like, thank you, I do them at home. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I do them at home. When people normally are just shocked by that. So many times I'm sending them the link to Red Aspen and showing them where they can get them and do them just the same at home. So it's great. I love them. Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions, and I can help you guys with anything, or looking over the website, or if you want to come try them, see mine. If you want me to help you, I totally can do that if you're around me. I know some of my girls are not in state anymore, but yeah, let me know what I can do. Okay, we're done. I'm gonna probably file mine down just a little bit, like I was saying earlier. I just kind of shortened them just a tad because me and my toddler doing something all the time, I just love the short length so that they don't get in the way of anything. Me trying to open stuff, me putting her in the car seat. Oh, it's great. Yeah, and totally, again, up to you how short, how much you want to shape them, file them. You don't have to shape them at all. You can definitely just put them on and leave them as is. especially depending on what size your nail is. Some of them pop right on and they're short enough and they fit your nail bed wide enough that it fits really good, and some of them still fit cuticle wise, but they're a little bit longer. Just depends on what size you use, and that's normally what happens with me is they fit perfectly at the cuticle, which is the best part, and then I just shorten them at the tip of the nail. I don't know if I've said this, but you definitely put the number side out. You don't put the number at the cuticle because then they would be upside down. And we don't want that because then the little thin part of the cuticle on the nail dash is thinner because, like I was saying, it's meant to be towards the back of the nail and you have that tapered fit. And that end's not going to be very durable if it's upside down. So you want to make sure that you put the numbered side outwards. And that's about it. But it is super easy, y'all. I mean, I'm telling you, at first it's going to be like, what in the world? But it's super easy once you get going and get used to working when you have one hand done and then you're moving on to the next. That was probably my biggest problem at first. I was like fumbling. But once you figure out what length works best for you, you can just move right on along. But I have filed mine down to the shape and length that I want. Love them. I'll post pictures of them too so you guys can see better photos because my lighting's not great, but that's okay. But we're all done, I think, for now. So I'm gonna post this and then I'll post pictures with it too, and then you guys just let me know if you have any questions or if you need help with anything. But I just wanted to give y'all a full tutorial. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my right hand and hop off of here. But y'all have a good Friday. Let me know if you need anything at all and I'd be happy to help you.